All right, today we're tackling a giant. We are distilling one of the most powerful self-development books ever written, Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. We're going to take decades of wisdom and boil it down to the absolute essentials you can start using, well, right now.
I mean, really think about that. What if you understood the fundamental operating system for how people connect, how they think, and what truly motivates them? That's exactly what this book promises. Not tricks, but a genuine guide to the code of human connection.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way right up front because it's the number one thing people get wrong about this book. This is not, I repeat, not about manipulating people. It's about building real, genuine connections using empathy, respect, and just a better understanding of what makes us all tick. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the foundational cheat codes. Then we'll get into the art of handling people, how to be instantly liked, and how to win people over to your way of thinking. After that, we'll cover leading without making enemies, and finally, we'll uncover the real secret behind all of it. First up, the foundation. You can think of these as the absolute ground zero principles of Carnegie's entire philosophy. If you can get these down, everything else just kind of falls into place. The first big rule is so simple but so hard for us to follow. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. See, the moment you criticize someone, you're wounding their pride. It immediately puts them on the defensive, they dig their heels in, and boom, you've got resentment. It just doesn't work. And look at this simple switch. It's a total game changer. The first one is an attack. It's blame. The second one, it turns you into a team. You're not attacking the person, you're working together to solve the problem. You fix the issue without crushing their spirit. Which leads us right into the second key principle. Give honest and sincere appreciation. We are all starving for appreciation. We want to feel seen, to feel like we matter. But, and this is a huge but, there's a massive difference between cheap flattery and real, honest appreciation. People can spot a fake a mile away. And this right here is the perfect example. You're great is generic, it's lazy. But saying, your attention to detail on this project is what made it shine, well, that's specific. It shows you were actually paying attention. It has weight. It lands. That's the stuff that people remember.
Okay, so with that foundation in place, let's build on it. Now we're getting into the art of handling people. These are the proactive things you can do to build instant rapport and make genuine connections.
Carnegie lays out 6 killer ways to make people like you pretty much instantly. And notice the pattern here, right? Every single one of these is about shifting the focus off of yourself and onto the other person. Let's just zoom in on 2 of the most powerful ones. Just let that sink in for a second. Our name is our identity. When someone remembers it and uses it, it's not just a memory trick. It's a fundamental sign of respect. It sends a powerful signal that says, I see you. You matter to me. It's so simple, but so incredibly effective. And here is maybe one of the biggest paradoxes in all of human interaction. We spend so much time trying to be interesting when the real secret is to just be interested. When you truly listen, you make the other person feel important, validated, and understood. That's way more persuasive than anything you could ever say.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about winning people to your way of thinking. But the first thing we have to do is completely redefine what winning actually means. It's not about fighting a battle. It's about finding common ground.
This is such a powerful idea. Think about it. Nobody ever really wins an argument. Even if you prove you're right, you've probably just bruised someone's ego and created resentment. You win the point, but you lose the person. So instead of arguing, Carnegie says we should get curious. I mean, just feel the difference. You're wrong is a brick wall. It's a challenge. The conversation is over. But, I could be wrong about this, but that phrase is a bridge. It opens the door for a real discussion. It completely disarms the other person because you're not attacking them. Oh, this is master level stuff right here. People are always more passionate about an idea they believe they came up with themselves. So instead of telling them the answer, you can guide them with questions. What do you think would happen if we tried this? You lead them to the conclusion, and they'll champion it because they feel a sense of ownership. So as you can imagine, all these principles are absolutely crucial when it comes to leadership. So let's talk about how to lead, how to guide, correct, and inspire without creating resentment along the way. This is the famous feedback sandwich, and there's a good psychological reason it works. When you start with honest, genuine praise, you lowered their defenses.
You're communicating, hey, I see you, I value you, we're on the same team. That makes the corrective feedback feel like helpful coaching, not a personal attack.
Think about how different these two things feel. Go finish this report is a command. But what do you think is the best way for us to get this report done by 5? That's an invitation to collaborate. It gives people a sense of autonomy and makes them feel like a partner in the process, not just a cog in the machine.
So we've gone through all of these incredible techniques. But what's the one big idea that connects them all? What is the real engine driving everything we've talked about? Well, that brings us to the real secret to influence. This is it. This is the source code. Every single principle in this book is designed to satisfy these deep, universal human desires. When you get this, you realize it's not about memorizing a list of rules. It's a philosophy. It's about treating people with the dignity and respect they crave. And that leads us to our final thought, the one big idea that really reframes this entire book and what it's truly all about. And that's the whole ballgame right there. True, lasting influence isn't about using the right lines or techniques. It's a byproduct of your character. It's about cultivating genuine warmth, empathy, and respect. When you become that kind of person, influence isn't something you have to chase, it's something that naturally follows you. The real question isn't what you do, but who you become.